Instreamatic is a voice marketing platform. We enable direct communication between brands and consumers across billions of existing touch points. And that starts with audio advertising. We can make audio ads interactive so a consumer can have a verbal conversation with a brand when they hear an ad. And we can also voice enable other consumer experiences like feedback, customer surveys, reviews, and others.
So tell us about the sector, would you, about what's going on and what the need is for the sector around audio or potentially video, and a little bit about how the technology works, what the user interface is like.
The consumer behavior has shifted to voice, and everywhere we look, we see a lot of evidence, and we see how far the voice tech adoption has gone. More than half of Google searches executed on mobile are happening via voice. People do prefer to talk to a device when they can. And the volumes of audio messages is rapidly growing. And in every medium is becoming voice enabled now, including audio, including video, gaming, and you name it. And we started voice enabling audio advertising with Pandora a couple of years ago. Since then, we published many case studies. Last year, we released the first industry report on voice advertising. And by the way, IAB did the same. So there is a lot of work that has been done in audio advertising. I would say voice enabled advertising is really important because it makes advertising experience a two-way experience for the very first time. And not just that, speaking is the most human expression. So we think there is a lot of value that brands can create and enjoy from having verbal spoken conversations with their potential and existing customers.
So could you explain what that sounds like a little bit, and what the user experience is like?
Imagine you're listening to your favorite music app, and instead of getting a 30-second traditional audio ad, you can hear something like this. Hey, this is your favorite coffee shop. How would you like to skip the line in the morning and get a hot cup of coffee? And you can say, I'd love that. All right, this is what you need to do. Just download our app, and it opens the App Store. Or you can say, no, I don't drink coffee, go away. All right, sorry about that, we'll try harder next time. And so we enable that interactivity based on what users are saying.
And what's the applications for video? Are you working on a video solution as well? Or the audio track of video, I mean?
Yes, so this year we are expanding into video vertical. We are yet to announce partnerships, so it hasn't happened yet, but it's happening right now. I mean, behind the curtains.
Very good, very good. So Stas, finally, what's exciting to you about the industry and the sector you're in? I mean, voice is part of everything, but where will it go? And also, what's the challenge of advertisers understanding this and embracing it? You know, where do we stand in terms of it being embraced by the advertising community, this notion of interactive audio?
I think the challenge for advertisers has been around the difficulties of wrapping their heads around the complexity of building a dialect that can go in many directions. And so what we're doing is we make it very simple for marketers to adapt and start using it. So when it comes to voice ads, we provide a standardized template. So basically a format that's the same across hundreds of mobile apps that are currently using our platform. And for voice feedback, it's just as simple as sending an audio message. So activation is super simple. You can start launching voice ad. I mean, you can launch a voice ad campaign in a couple of days. You can launch voice feedback literally in 5 minutes. And it also makes it super easy for consumers because they don't need to learn specific commands, keywords, and it's also less confusing for them comparing to, I would say, traditional voice assistant experience. Because when you're talking to a brand through a voice assistant platform, it's a bit confusing. Like, why should I talk to Nike through Amazon? To consumers, that's very, very confusing.